To get started, right?
Yeah, I can go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, you can hold on to them or even just drop them in the chat and we'll address them all during our Q&A at the end. So my name is Nithya.
I'm Ryan.
My name is Leon.
My name is Byron.
My name is Eddie.
And we're Team 20. This semester, we've worked closely with our sponsors, Outer Banks Blue Realty, specifically Dave Roberts, the Director of Customer Excellence, and the owner, Tim Cafferty, as well as our technical contact, John Wisnowski, to create a web app that automates the laundry services for the company. To provide some background, Outer Banks Blue Realty manages over 400 properties between the Outer Banks and the Sandbridge locations. They use a centralized laundry service to provide linens to every property, which are distributed via pack-out bags. The bags are labeled with stickers that contain information about what's in the bags. Both the bags and the stickers are created manually, which is a tedious process. Information for what goes in these bags is pulled from multiple sources, like different files, last-minute emails, and text messages, and this can potentially lead to data loss and some inconsistencies. Our main goal was to create a system that would simplify and centralize the process of creating stickers and bags. I'll now hand it over to Byron, who will go more into our goals and our system requirements for our project.
Thank you, Neetya. The system serves as a single source of truth about the company's upcoming orders and their property needs. Instead of using data from multiple sources, users can access relevant information from one location. This will save time and minimize possible errors. After an order is configured, a user can print pack-out stickers for that order directly from their browser as a PDF file. We focused on 5 main requirements. The first was to provide role-based access for administrators, housekeeping staff, and laundry facility staff. An administrator manages the orders, properties, and users with full control. This means editing, deleting, creating, and viewing. The other roles are able to manage the orders and properties based on a need-to-know basis. Having role-based access allowed us to implement our second requirement, user management that allows admins to manage users. Admins also can manage properties. The property info includes identifying information such as the name, location, and property number. Any user can create and manage laundry orders. There are 3 different types of orders: ancillary, custom, and pack-out. Lastly, our system needed to generate pack-out sheets for the orders. The stickers are dynamically generated to optimize the capacity of each bag. I'll hand it over to Ryan so he can discuss and share a higher level view of the Blue Realty's process.
Thanks, Byron. So in the top middle of the poster, this diagram shows a visualization of Blue Realty's entire process for organizing and managing laundry. Properties are divided by floors, and each floor contains some bedrooms, bathrooms, and kitchen areas, which have specific needs. The items to meet the needs of each floor are then divided into 1 or more pack-out bags. The bags are then sorted and bundled into laundry bins to place in the trucks of local housekeepers to be distributed to the appropriate properties. In this sample property, let's assume that on the top floor, we have a bedroom with a king bed and a kitchen. This means we would need king sheets for the bedroom and a kitchen set for the kitchen. These would be bundled together into a pack-out bag with a sticker on the bag identifying the bag's contents. Now to Eddie to discuss design.
Thanks, Ryan. So our front end uses the Angular framework to help template and style our user interface. Unauthenticated users are redirected to an external Microsoft sign-in page. We'll send requests from the front end to the back end with our REST API. The back end uses the Node and Express frameworks. It communicates with our MySQL database as well as Microsoft to validate user credentials. Our central database is comprised of 12 tables shown in that graph below. That stores our necessary data that we've mentioned so far for the system. So I'll pass it to Leon to discuss our business logic.
Thank you, Eddie. So the backup stickers are currently manually being created. And what our laundry management system will do is dynamically and automatically generate these stickers whenever an order is made. This contributes to fewer errors, increased productivity, and improved efficiency. As you can see in the stickers below, we have very specific placements for the stickers, and we will show the logic for generating these stickers more in depth during our demo. Now on to Ryan for the testing.
Thanks, Leon. We use 2 different testing tools for our project, Mocha and Cypress. Mocha is a backend automated testing program used for JavaScript, which we use to test our HTTP routes for adding, retrieving, and deleting information on our server. These are some specific tools we used with Mocha. Cypress is used to write end-to-end automated tests, which interact with all components of our application. For example, if I wanted to test successfully adding a property, I might have Cypress prepare the database to ensure that that property doesn't already exist, then tell Cypress to go to the properties page and press the Add Property button, fill in necessary information, press Create, and then verify that the property was successfully added. We're now going to shift over to our demo to show what our actual application is like in more detail. So I'm opening a browser window, and I'm going to navigate to localhost 4200, which is where our app is currently running. This will redirect to a Microsoft login page where I can sign in with web app user at outerbanksblue.com, which is an account that's on the Outer Banks Blue tenant. The application is restricted to only those within Outer Banks Blue and Sandbridge Blue. Once I sign in, it will redirect to the homepage where there are a few different tiles representing the different features and functionality of the system. Along with in the top toolbar, it will say welcome and then the name of the currently signed in account pulled from their user profile. Now to Leon.
All right, so let's go over to the users page. This shows the users that are currently in our system. The only people who can add, edit, view, and delete users are admins. So let's add a new user. We'll make him John Doe with the email johndoe@outerbanksblue.com. And we will also change the user role to housekeeping and notify the user via email. When that is checkmarked and the user is added to the system, the user will be getting an email that notifies the user is able to access our system. All right, so let's head over to the properties page.
Once we are on the properties page, we can click the Add a Property button. And if we set the name for the property name as Hope and the property number as 10, we'll set the location as Sandbridge and say that this property is going to be pet friendly and setting the max occupancy to 10. So we click the Add Floor and we set the first floor as the ground. And we set up a few floor configurations for the first floor. And then once we're done with that, we'll click Add a Floor, setting the floor 2 as the middle. Again, setting a few floor configurations, and then clicking the Create button. And if we transition over to the Sandbridge tab and use the search functionality in the top left, and we search for Hope, we'll be able to see that the property was successfully created. Clicking on that property will expand the table and show the floor configurations for each floor. I'll let it transition over to Ryan, where he'll be able to discuss edit and delete functionalities for each property.
Thanks, Byron. So let's say we wanted to adjust some information about this property. I'm going to press the pencil icon to open an edit a property dialog. So let's say we actually want the name to be called Hope and Joy instead of just Hope. And they did a little renovation, so the occupancy is now up to 12. So I'm going to adjust that and press Update. It'll say successfully added property. And if I search for Hope again, we can see the new name here being Hope and Joy with the occupancy being increased to 12. So if we want, let's say they're no longer interested in working with Sandbridge Blue and we want to remove them from the system, we can either press the trash can here, or we can check the box and then click delete up here. It will ask, are you sure you'd like to delete this property, and list the property name? I'm sure, so I'm going to click delete. And at this point, if I search again, we can see it's no longer present. I'm going to hand it to Eddie to continue on.
Great, thanks. So now we can create some orders with these properties configured. We'll select a few properties that we want to send out laundry for. And once we have some selected, there will be a button at the top called Order Packout. That will open up an order dialog, which will autofill with those selected properties. We can specify the housekeeper as John Doe, the one we created earlier. We can write a note that says new packout order or something like that. And if we forgot to select a property in the dropdown in the list, we can type it in here and it'll autocomplete. From there, we can create the order, and that'll email that housekeeper that a new order exists in the system for them. With the success message, it'll link us to the orders page there. And if you check Sandbridge and expand that, you'll see that that's the property we just created, as noted by the note there. So I'll pass it to Leon, and he'll talk about the custom orders.
All right, thank you, Eddie. So let's create a new order. This new order will be a custom order, and we'll make it at Sandbridge Blue as well. We'll change the delivery date to May 7th. We'll assign the housekeeper to John Doe as well. And let's add no additional supplies. From here, we will add a couple items. We'll add bath towels and we'll make the quantity 2. And we'll also have hand towels and we'll make that quantity 3. And let's create the order. All right, so as you can see, the order has been created. It is under ID2 and it has the notes and it also has the assigned housekeeper. So I'm going to pass it over to Neetya for the generation of our stickers.
Thanks, Leon. So now let's take a look at what these stickers would look like for these actual orders. So if we click the Generate Stickers button under the Custom Order, we'll have an option to either view or download. Let's click View. So we can see that there were 2 stickers that were generated for that custom order that Leon took us through. The first sticker is for the 2 bath towels and the second sticker is for the 3 hand towels. And this is just how custom orders are created. They're split by item. The orange bar on top will just let the laundry facility clearly identify that these are custom orders that are not necessarily tied to a property, but rather just a general location, either Sandbridge or the Outer Banks. Now let's take a look at what the pack-out orders would look like. We can once again click Generate Stickers for this order. This takes a little bit more time usually because it's going to dynamically be generating this. So let's click Download this time. And we can see that a PDF was downloaded. And if we view it, we can see that all the stickers were created. So these stickers were created by taking in the property information, splitting it by floor, and then optimizing each bag for the maximum weight of 30 pounds so that these bags are actually liftable and movable by the housekeepers. We can see that each sticker has the name of the property. So that first one, A License to Chill, there's the name of the property. The highlight in blue just signifies that this is a blue ribbon property, which is just a higher tiered property in the company. It also has on the bottom left of each sticker which floor these items belong for. And the most important part, it has a list of the actual items that would be located in that bag. So in a real life scenario, the laundry facility employees would pull this up and then print it out on an actual label sheet and then make the pack out bags and stick them on. So here's an image of what this looks like. We actually printed this out on one of our own label sticker sheets, and this is kind of a real life example of what that would look like. So that kind of concludes our demo. We are more than happy to go through anything that you guys would like to see in our application or just take any other questions.
Let's see those real stickers, Ryan.
Sure. It's a little hard with the virtual backdrop, but I can try to hold a couple up. You can see I have a couple different ones in here. I'll just peel one off.
All right.
We actually had to specify like the exact millimeters of every single corner on that sheet to get that to print properly.
It's measured to, I think, to the millimeter or fraction of millimeters. It's
Bravo.
Thanks. Here.
Excellent work. Really an amazing amount of work went into this project, and it shows.
Thank you.
Nicely done.